Hi guys, this is a Hatha practice. We're going to do a few seated poses and then I'm going to take you onto your backs for a practice lying down. Now you're going to need a strap or a belt. You put that off to the side and we make our way to seated. So taking your legs out in front of you, you're going to bend your knees up, put your feet on the sides of the mat, turn your hands back behind you with the fingers pointing away from your body, leaning onto palms. We roll the knees from side to side. Keep your chest lifting up. Don't slump and round into the lower and the middle back. And keeping your bum on the floor. So the knees should not be going to the floor. Knees are up in the air as you go from each side of your foot to the other, not lifting off your bum. So we're warming into the hip joints. And this is particularly good for integrating the thigh bones into the hip joint socket. Okay, next time knees lift up, we'll step the feet in to touch each other, stretch your legs straight out on the mat, flex the ankles with big toes together. And now we're taking a twist, so bend the left knee up, you hold on with your right hand or your right elbow, circle the left arm back behind you. Stretch into that right heel, but keep the heel on the floor. Now lift your chest up, lift up tall through the top of your head. You don't have to turn your head. You can keep looking forward towards the right foot. If it's comfortable for you, turning your head to the side or back over that left shoulder. Don't let that tighten your neck or your shoulders. Still keeping both sides of your bum flat on the floor. And circling forwards, left leg straight, right knee bends up, hold on with left hand or elbow and twist the right arm back behind you. Flex that left ankle, toes point straight up. Keep your left knee pointing straight up as well. Then working with awareness of your breath, each in-breath lifting through your upper back and the back of your neck. And now untwisting yourself. And we're going to take a forward bend. So drop your knee out to the side, either right foot to your inner thigh, inner left knee, or your calf. And if this is too much to have the knee bend like this and in the air, you can always put a support underneath the knee or even under the calf or the thigh. And that will give you a better release in the hip. So let's take it into the forward fold here, either hands to shin or hands to the floor, or you can use your strap, taking it over the base of the toes, not the arch of the foot, a little bit higher than the arch of the foot. And make sure both your arms are doing the same thing. Don't have one hand forward and one hand back. Have the hands in line with each other. Lift your chest, stretch the back straight. Don't hunch the spine here. That's not going to do anything except tighten your upper back and your neck. Keep these left toes straight up. If you hold a foot, that's also okay. Once again, hands doing the same thing, arms doing the same thing on each side. And then let's change sides. So right leg straight, feet touch, then bring this left foot up the inside of the right leg, either tipping to your hands or using your strap again. Once more, not too far down the foot, just underneath the toes, hands in line with each other, balancing out the weight across the two sides of your pelvis and your bum. Each in-breath, lengthen the chest forwards. Each out-breath, sink the thighs. sink the knees. And then coming all the way up, strap next to your mat, and we're going to make our way down onto backs. Once you're down lying on your back, we're going to hug the knees to chest. This is really good for stretching out your back, stretching out the backs of the thighs and your bum muscles. So if you do a lot of walking or running, this is hugging the knees to chest is always a great thing to do. You're welcome to rock if you want to, or just squeeze in. Okay, now like when you were sitting, we're going to keep the knees bent, drop your feet down to the sides of your mat, and we'll roll the knees left to right. Now, unlike when you're sitting, it's fine here if your bum comes off the ground as the knees go over to the other side. If rolling these side to side feels very uncomfortable on your lower back, keep the bum down. And keep rolling. Out breath drops the thighs to the side. In breath lifts the knees back to center. And now next time you lift your knees, step those feet in together, stretch your legs straight out on the floor, and flex your ankles. So big toes together to start. And now we're going to alternate for a minute, knee to chest. You move in your own time. On an out breath, knee comes up. As you breathe in, leg to the ground. On an out breath, other knee comes up, squeeze it up. As you breathe in, stretch out. Out breath to lift, in breath to lengthen. Keep going in your own time. Keep these shoulders down. Don't hunch them up away from the floor. Keep noticing your breath. Don't lose that connection. That is a surprisingly good thing to do to release your back. Okay, now next time one knee comes up, we're going to hold the shin or the knee. You can even hold onto the back of the thigh. Press the shoulders down. So this lifted foot can relax, but the one that's on the ground, flex that. Push the heel forwards away from your hip. Pull your toes towards your knee on the straight leg. Keep sinking the arm bones. And then change legs. So once you've got the other shin, knee, or holding the back of the thigh, drop the shoulders down again. The leg that's on the floor, stretch it straight, straight, straight. Push the heel away from you. Pull the toes all the way back. The lifted foot, you can flex it, or you can flop it, or you can point it. But it's the leg that's on the ground that I'm concerned about here. So flex the ankle, keep the heel on the floor, sink the shoulders. Okay, stretching both legs out on the floor. feet together, big toes touch. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms towards your feet. And now we're going to move the arms with the breath. So as you breathe in, arms go up. As you breathe out, sweeping them back down to where you started. In breath to lift your arms up, breathing out to take them down. And maybe you can get your hands all the way over your head. Maybe not. Maybe the arms only lift up over your chest and then back down again. So using the breath here, most important thing is moving with the breath. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. And if the interlace of the fingers doesn't feel good for you, just sweep the arms up and down without connecting the hands. Inhale to sweep up to wherever is comfortable for you. Exhale to sweep down. I'll do that one more time. And next time your arms come down your sides, we're going to take a twist. So we're going to bend the right knee up and we're going to roll the right knee over the left leg. You're going to have the left hand on that right leg or arms on the ground. Point your nose straight up to the ceiling. Or if you want to twist your head, you turn your chin towards the right rather than towards the left. Flatten those shoulders down completely into the floor. Just relax the left leg here, relax the left foot. You get that good stretch into the glutes, back and the outer right thigh, all the way down the right side of your back. And we roll up to center. Stretch the right leg straight on the ground. Bend the left knee up. Twist your left thigh over to the right. Again, nose pointing straight up or turning your chin towards the left. Make sure your shoulders are down flat on the floor and that your neck feels comfortable. Right hand can be on the left thigh or knee. Don't let that lift the right shoulder. Shoulder blade flat on the ground. Rolling up to center. And once more, let's hug knees to chest. Either just hugging knees or shins or even backs of the thighs you can hold onto here. Or you're welcome to take your happy baby, lifting the heels. Again, you could hold shins or ankles or the heels or the inner or the outer edges of the feet. So many variations there. And maybe rocking side to side. And taking feet to the floor again. And once more, feet wider than hips on the edges of the mat. Roll those knees from side to side. Relax the arms and the shoulders. Now, knees pointing up. Bring your feet to hip distance apart. We're going to bring right ankle to left thigh. And either staying like that with left foot on the ground, right ankle to left thigh, just staying there, not needing to have to do anything more than that. Or you can lift the left leg and hold onto the left leg, maybe left leg lifted or the left knee bent. Once more, relax the shoulders. Just keep dropping those shoulders down. Okay, taking left foot down to the floor if it's lifted, then the right foot, and changing. Left ankle to right thigh, maybe staying there, or lifting the right leg up and holding on. Again, your right leg can stretch up straight or the knee can bend. Keep sinking down heavily into your lower back. Drop the shoulders again. Sink those upper arms. Relax your chest. And then let's drop that right foot down to the floor. Then the left foot. So be careful the way that you come out. And now you're going to need your strap. So knees stay bent, feet are hip width apart. Strap goes over the right foot, just below the toes. Stretch the heel up. Maybe you can get the knee straight, maybe you can't. It doesn't matter. With the knee bent, you can get a good stretch into the back of the leg here and even into the back of the thigh. So pull down, have your hands even with each other. Make sure you're not leaning over to the left or the right side of your body here. Center yourself on your spine. Give it a good stretch up. Another thing you can do here is you can bend and straighten. And you do it with a breath. As you exhale, the knee bends. As you breathe in, you push up. You do that a few times. And then keeping the stretch. Again, maybe your knee is a little bit bent. Maybe it's fully straight. Keep pushing the heel up away from you either way. And now reaching up with your right hand, hold the two sides of the strap. Drop your left arm down to the floor and we open that leg out towards the right. Now don't go so wide that this left bum lifts off the ground. Don't let that happen. Keep the left bum down so that the back muscles don't tighten. And maybe you're just going just a little bit out to the side. Maybe you're going to a 45-degree angle. Don't go lower than that. Keep stretching into the heel. Maybe your knee is bent. Maybe it's straight. Careful with this left knee. Don't lean it too far out to the left. Pretty much have that left knee pointing straight up. And then lifting up. Still the same leg up. Reach up with the left hand. Hold your straps. Now we're going to take a twist here. So we're going to drop the left knee over towards the floor. Maybe it gets all the way to the ground. Right shoulder stays down. Don't lift this right shoulder. Right arm on the floor. Leg over your body. And just like the other two stretches, maybe that lifted leg is bent, maybe it's straight, doesn't matter. Keep pushing your heel away from you. Keep relaxing the shoulders down. Nose points straight up. And now lifting your leg back up to center. Lift your left knee as well. Take the strap off and take right foot down to the ground. And let's change legs at last. Strap over the left foot. Kick that left heel up away from you. Hold the strap evenly on each side. Right knee is bent, right foot on the mat. Relax the shoulders and the upper arm bones down. And then maybe doing that bending and straightening. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten. Or the other way around is also okay. It's one part of the breath to bend, one part to extend. Don't let the neck get tightened. And then we'll hold the stretch. Maybe the leg gets straight on this side, maybe it doesn't. Doesn't matter. Just keep pushing your heel up away from you. And then reaching up, the left hand, drop your right arm to the floor. Keep this right knee pointing straight up as you open your left leg out to the side. So again, don't try and go to the floor. That's going to strain your back and over tighten in the inner groins. Leg at a 45-degree angle to the ground at widest. Right bum on the floor. Maybe that left leg is a little bit higher even. Right arm down. Keep sinking into your upper back. And now lifting your leg up. You reach up with your right hand. We take the twist. So right knee drops out towards the floor. Maybe it touches the ground, maybe it doesn't. Left leg over. And now this left leg can go over as far as is comfortable for you, so long as the left shoulder is on the floor. Don't lift that left shoulder up. Keep the shoulder and the arm down. Now stretch into the left heel. Knee can be bent or straight. More important is what's happening with the left shoulder and upper back. Keep them on the mat. And coming all the way up to center. Hugging your knees to your chest. Okay, so we just balance out the two hips, the two sides of the back, and the two legs by bringing the knees up together. And now we're going to stretch legs out on the floor, and we're going to do a counted breathing exercise. So stretching the legs out. If leg stretch out doesn't feel good for you, you can always bend knees, feet to the sides of the mat, drop the thighs and the knees in. Now, if you're doing this version, make sure that you don't have your heels back too close to your bum because that'll strain your knees. So feet further forwards in front of the line of the knee if you're dropping knees in. Otherwise, legs out on the floor and letting them relax. Feet flop open. So we're going to bring hands onto tummy or hands onto ribs so that you can feel the body move as you breathe. Let your eyes close, or if you tend to fall asleep, you can keep the eyes open and relax the shoulders down. So just become aware of your breath, noticing that expansion of the belly, contraction as you breathe out. And I want you to really push your tummy up into your hands. Get the full expansion of your rib cage, full expansion of the breath as you inhale. Really sinking, relaxing down with the belly on the exhale. And now we're going to start to count the breaths, or give the breath a count. As you breathe in, you start at the beginning of the inhale with a count of 1. You count up until you reach the end of the inhale. And then as you start to breathe out, you start the count again. And we want to make the in-breath the same length as the out-breath. So if you're breathing in for count of 3, you breathe out for count of 3. If you're breathing in for 5, you breathe out for 5. If you're breathing in for 7 or 8, breathe out for 7 or 8. Full deep breaths. You want to get your belly as expanded as you can, but without feeling like you're becoming breathless. At the end of the inhale and the end of the exhale, you should feel quite relaxed in the chest. Each time you breathe out, dropping deeper into your spine, deeper into upper back and shoulders. Stay with your count, don't lose it. And if you find that you're wanting to add an extra count on, go ahead and do that. If you start on 5 and then it's easy to go up to 6, go for it. But still keeping in breath and out breath the same length. And then giving yourself a stretch or hugging the knees one last time. And from here, carefully rocking yourself up to sitting. Thanks, everyone. Namaste.